as the fall days grow short. Winter is coming. And what better way to prepare than to look at some more alternative miniatures for your Icewind Dale D&D adventures. Mantic's Kings of War is a war game with an impressive line of 28mm fantasy miniatures. Now, normally if you want to get a really good deal on miniatures, you have to buy one of their armies. However, the Vanguard sets have an impressive amount of miniatures for a reasonable price. For example, the Northern Alliance has 20 miniatures for a reasonable 40 MSRP. You can usually find this set for much cheaper than that. Now, these are wargaming miniatures, which means you'll get a ton of alternative bits included, so you can kind of customize these guys to make them look unique or however you like. You get different alternative weapons, and you can kind of set them up. The one thing I didn't like is that they have MDF bases here, which seems eh. And of course, all the cards and stuff, which I will never use because I don't actually play the wargame. You see some of the alternate bits here. You can either set up the troll with a club or a rock. Very cool. If you're new to wargaming miniatures, they do require some assembly where you have to shave off the little bits and bobs. And when you put them together, use a very little bit of super glue. I probably actually used too much there. And then Mantic are kind of pushed to fit. So firmly put it in there until the glue sets. And generally speaking, you don't have to do much filling in to avoid lines and whatnot. This is what I ended up with. I wanted to focus on the tribesmen and the Yeti, and I painted up one of the foxes as well as a Huskarl guy too. It took me 3 hours to paint up all these miniatures, and if you will notice, I did use some of my clearance micro art bases for the clansmen here, and they fit in very well with the variety of D&D and wargaming miniatures that I use in my game. You see here Reaper, D&D, WizKids stuff. They all look pretty well in scale. These guys look a little bit more fierce than the Game of Thrones board game guys. Those definitely look more like NPCs. Gotta say, this guy I was very disappointed in. You only get 2 of these in the box. I just didn't like the sculpt. It's not to my liking. The little foxes, I believe you get 2 of these per the box. They're kind of interesting. It's a little bit of a bonus. The troll, the snow troll, is very cool. I am definitely going to use this big angry guy in my game as an abominable Yeti. Definitely a different look with this guy. The armor is very cool. Definitely not a traditional looking Yeti, but very intimidating and a nice, chunky, large miniature to put down on the table. Give your players something to think about. The tribesmen included in this set were amazing. The little bits and bobs that you could use to kind of put them a little together and kind of make them unique, that's very cool. I love the shields, I love the look of the bone armor and weaponry, and these are going to be perfect for Icewind Dale, Ice Hunters, or even Bandits. I mean, they're almost too big and chunky to be, you know, kind of NPC-ish. So I guess it's personal taste. The guy with all the antlers would make a perfect guide NPC, a tough-looking guy who you know has survived the frigid wastes for a long time. If you want to watch the live stream where I painted these miniatures in 3 hours, please check out my playlists below. Please comment and subscribe to see more videos like this. In addition, if you've found your own interesting miniatures for D&D, let me know in the comments below. And as always, let's cut to the owlbear.
Have a great day, and as always, thank you for watching the video. I'm from Fantasy Canada.